What's up, everyone? It's Justin from Long Beach Mushrooms. We are on the farm today, and I want to show you all how we make our substrate. So our substrate is our growing medium for all of our mushrooms. We use a combination of oak sawdust and soybean hulls. So it's a 50-50 blend of oak sawdust and soybean hulls. It's really nice because we actually get these in bags in pellet form. So we get them bagged up. If you can see behind us. Well, anyways, we can show you the bags later, but they come in bags, which is really, really nice. And our recipe is really simple. It is 50% soybean hulls, 50% oak sawdust. This recipe is called Master's Mix for a lot of you out there in the mushroom farming world. If you hear Master's Mix, this is what it is. The reason why is so many mushrooms love it. So it's 50% oak sawdust, 50% soybean hulls, and then it's hydrated to 60% water. So really easy math would be like if you wanted to do a 10-pound block, 60% of that weight needs to be water, so 6 pounds of water, and then 2 pounds of oak, 2 pounds of soy. We actually do make 12-pound blocks, so our ratio is a little bit different. I'm not going to do the math in my head right now because I don't know it, but we do, again, 12-pound blocks at 60% water, and then 50-50 soybean and oak sawdust. We used to mix everything by hand. So back in the day, we used to scoop this out by hand into a bag, weigh out our water, and pour it all in. We don't have to do that anymore because we have a really dope machine. It's called a Thor bagger. I'm actually going to go sit down at it right now, and I'll show you how it works a little bit. This is the Thor version 1. So this is made by Mossy Creek Mushrooms and Man of War, distributed by Mushroom Media Online. Seth is a good homie of mine, so if you're going to buy something, go to Seth. These machines are great. One of the most underrated things about it is it's actually the width of a door. So when I was working in my garage, we were able to roll it in our garage and through a regular door, and it works fine. We've had this machine for about 3 years now. It's definitely gotten beat up over the years, but we've been able to fix it because it's a pretty simple machine. What we do with it is we load our oak sawdust on one end. Oh, actually, this is soybean hulls, gets loaded on one half of the hopper. Oak sawdust gets loaded on the other half of the hopper. This is a bucket with water. You're hearing the air compressor go off right now because it's connected to an air compressor. And there's valves that open and close, and also a volume box that pushes forward. So at our farm, we can make substrate really, really easily using this machine. All we do is we sit down. There's a feeding funnel on the bottom. There's a switch that activates the air compressor and opens and closes the valve. So we'll take an autoclavable bag. This is an XLS A unicorn bag meant for 10 to 15 pounds. We'll put that right underneath our funnel. We'll hit our switch once. Everything drops into a bag. And now we just let it sit until it hydrates. So it'll take a few seconds for it to hydrate, and we'll let it go. But once it does hydrate, I'll take you over here. Once it does hydrate all the way through, then we'll just fold it. We'll grab the gussets by the seams, break it up a little bit so that it's even. Fold it all the way down, nice and tight. This is really important. If you want a good seal, you gotta have really nice, tight lines on your fold. Fold it, and then we'll load it onto this cart. Once this cart is full, we make 140 blocks a day, I believe. Once this cart is full, we'll roll it out, and we'll actually show you where we roll it out to. The guys are working on it right now. So the guys are unloading our pasteurizers hot right now. It's really important to unload them hot because that'll limit the contamination rate moving back and forth. We don't unload in a clean area or anything like that, but if they are unloaded hot, that really minimizes contamination. So if you come this way, I'll show you all what we do. These are bags, notice those are a lot darker. These are bags that have not yet been cooked. We are going to cook these so that it reaches an internal temperature of 212 degrees, and we hold that for at least 3 hours. Then the bags will get nice and dark like that. We will roll them into our inoculation lab, and then we'll inoculate it with grain spawn once they're cool to touch. They're too hot to do that now, but we'll wait. That's how we make substrate on the farm at Long Beach Mushrooms. This is probably one of the most labor efficient ways to do what we do. It's really nice to have racks on wheels. It's really nice to have that bagger on deck. It's really nice to have a team of at least 2, sometimes 3 working on this at a time, and we can knock it out in about an hour and a half, sometimes quicker. But we do this, we do 3 runs a week. We make close to 400 blocks. What is it? It's 140 times 3, 283. 420, we make 420 blocks a week, sometimes more than that. But yeah, that's how we make substrate on a farm. This is Justin from Long Beach Mushrooms. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. Appreciate y'all watching. Peace.
Mushrooms, using mushrooms for the whole body, and medicinal mushrooms, essential guide. We don't have to do that one, actually. That one doesn't really make sense. We do more